Hey guys, Pop Scrap here again. Just making a video here now again on what I'm at for tonight. Might as well say I know what I'm going to do with my videos anymore. I'm going to kind of make videos most nights, maybe it could be 10 minutes long, could be 20-25 minutes long, the video of what I'm doing most nights, and it motivates me more to do a bit of scrapping. And so that's what I'm going to do anymore, bits by bits. Now look, I'm scrapping out during the day when I get the kids asleep, or two kids going to school and the other lad is asleep. I do a bit of scrapping when he's asleep for an hour and a half. But at night time, it motivates me to get more done. Do 20-25 plugs and hit a few of these during the day, just break the transformer out, things like that, and I sort it out when I come home from work at night. But it's a more motivating, and look, you get to see what I'm doing and things like that, so more videos get to put up, and look, it's better for me and hopefully for you too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrap out a few plugs and these transformers. I'll take these transformers out of the cases. We'll hit that again and take the brass off them. So I'll get the transformer out. I sell that as it is. So just cut the wire out. Put that back in there. Take that out one at a time. We do it at the soup. I have an awful lot of plugs for soup, plug soup, should I say. It's just ridiculous what a lot of people don't know what plug soup is. Now I say a lot of you does know through Matthews and things like that. You can put them into boiling water for a couple of minutes and it softens up the plug, like these plugs here. Get one here for you. There we go. These kind of plugs. They're the sealed plug. So when you put them into boiling water, you can pull these out so easy, and it takes all the copper out, just pure copper out of it, and just twist it up, snip the copper off, put the copper in the copper, or the brass in the brass bin. So I have an awful lot of those to process, but we'll get through them. So we have a few transformers. Look, I get the same price for these I do here in Ireland where I am. Get motor price, it's called. I think it's 500 a ton I get for it now at the minute, so it adds up fast for me. So these are little motors, transformers. Throw these into the bucket. I have to start a new bucket off again because this one, I'll just maybe add it a couple of nights from breaking over open electrical. I get a lot of little motors and things like that out of them, and transformers and little bigger transformers and motors, so it builds up very fast, those big drums you see me filling. So we're going to go at these now and take a bit of brass out. See, I like messing about with changing things about with plugs and things like that, so we're going to scrap a few of these out and see where we get. What I'm opening up now, I'm opening up all the screws. Now, these screws can be brass, some of these screws can be steel. This one is, as you can see, stuck. That's steel, but I do it on them all. It's a habit I have, but it pays off at the end. So I'll clean brass, and there you go. Get the clean brass out, and I'll take that out. I will. Usually I loosen all these. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I usually just go for the inside for all the brass. So I'll just keep going at this. Now hit this with the magnet. As you can see, these are all brass screws on them, but I'm going to test them with the magnet now because I don't want the video going too long. And if they are brass, I'll leave them on and just open them a bit to take the wire out and just pull them out like so. And where I am, they'll take, this is clean brass with that little strip of plastic. They'll take that as clean brass for me. So that's what I'm going to do, is just keep stripping away here on these. Look at, a lot of you are probably saying, oh, it's not worth it, it's not worth it. For me, it is worth it, guys, because over a year, the way I process, a lot of you that has watched me my channel, a lot of you see the way I process metals. I don't sell every week or every few months. I leave it a year before I sell up. I could have a couple of grand worth of stuff, maybe a lot more. It all depends what kind of mood I am in getting materials out. At the minute, what I'm hoping to do is go hard at it for this year and get enough stuff done for it won't cost me anything. That's steel. It cost me nothing for Christmas this year, so I might sell maybe 2 months before Christmas and buy all the Christmas presents and get everything for the house for the Christmas, the food and everything, because we have a lot of people over for Christmas. We do maybe 15, 16 people for dinner. We had that for Christmas Day and Stevens this year, so we had a lot of people around. So look, it takes pressure off everyone, do you know? So that's my goal to hit this year. Steel again, screw. So that's what I'm going to do now, is push myself to scrap and get more and more stuff. As I said, I'm going to start getting the washing machines going again and things like that. So get a lot of material in like that. I'm going to, ooh, watch your fingers, William. Like this one now, I'll have to take the screw out completely. It's a rhythm you get into. It's a pure rhythm. At the minute now I'm moving very slow here, it takes time just to get into that rhythm. As you can see, I have the 2 screwdrivers here, the flathead, and I have the Phillips. Now usually these flathead, yeah, they're pure brass, the screws on top. Now look it, I probably could get away with leaving them little screws on top, but if they ever tested it on me, and I do thousands of these a year, plugs, and they ever tested, a lot of them do come back steel on top, the screw. I don't want that trouble with them, because where I sell my materials are, you know, they're brilliant. It's a local guy that buys the stuff off me, so yeah, he's great to deal with, so I don't want to mess him about. I want to clean the material as much as possible and get the best value for stuff out of it. So look, I'm not going to sell it with prices that are very low either. I'll hold on to it. Even if I was to hold on to it for 15 months or something like that, I'd still hold on to all the material. But yeah, my goal is to build it up. Then I have a few grand worth of stuff again. So I go in spurts with scrapping. I do it for a month or two hard and then quiet down again. But no, look at the stuff is out there. There's money to be made. I'm going to do it. You can do this sitting down watching TV too, do you know? It's just, for me, it's a thing that calms me, makes me, how can I put it, relaxes me a lot. Doing this, and over an hour, like when you get into a rhythm, I'm more concentrated now talking to you than doing this at the minute. But if you get into a right rhythm and no one annoying you, but you're just chilling out, listening to the music or TV in the background, that's what I do with the missus. I pull a chair out and she's watching her soaps, and I just start stripping plugs because I get basically too many of them. Like I got 3 carloads today of pure electrical, and sorry, now the camera's moving, everything I get has a wire on it. Like, so if this has a wire on it, big long wire with a plug on it at the end, snip the plug off, put them into buckets. Over a couple of months or a couple of weeks, it adds up too much for me, so I have to keep on top of them. 20 a night, 15 a night, even 10 a night. For me, it's a big thing, you know. Just to change about, I'd scrap out now. Like tomorrow night for you, the video, I scrap out a load of different electrical stuff, taking transformers out, bits of copper, bits of brass out of stuff. things like that. I just keep going through the stuff and break it up. I'll do a bit of that, maybe strip a bit of wire. It's for my own self too, to strip a bit, maybe 4 or 5 electrical things, and strip maybe 5 plugs, you know, a bit of copper wire. You all know what it's like, guys. For me, I find it hard to do this now for 3-4 hours. I would, stripping plugs. Look, if it has to be done, it has to be done. I do it, but I like to change it up. You know, it's a hobby for me, but it's a good paying hobby, the amount of stuff I get. So, like, this is kind of low. Like, this is good. These are the brass screws in them, so that's great. No more at the minute. No more taking out the screws. For me, this will be a low paying brass, but brass is high at the minute, so it's worth my while doing this instead of sitting down watching TV. At least I'm moving here, getting a bit of exercise. Hands are moving. That's the problem these days. A lot of youngsters are just sitting down doing nothing. As you can see now, I'm starting to pick up a bit of pace here now too. Starting to get a bit faster at it. Look at you. Your hands will harden up big time too at this. Doesn't want to come out. Typical. You get ones like that. There you go. That's that one. That took a bit longer than it should. On average, I do about 2 to 3 plugs a minute. Probably more actually. So in the plugs there is 40 something grams of brass in each plug. So you add that up. I'm going to do the maths on it someday and see what it adds up to for the fun. So yeah, it's worth it, guys. Look at the end of the year I'd fill a white bucket of brass plugs, I would, and there'd be a lot of kilos. You can nearly tell which ones are the steel. Is the Phillips head. The flathead ones are brass screws. The Phillips are steel heads, or steel screws, should I say. So the more modern, the flatheads, the more older screw on top of them. See, it's a flathead, pure brass. But I have to open it a bit to take off the wire. Not much. And keep the 13 amp fuses too, guys. I have a bar load of them now, and they come in very handy. Now, you don't use that many of them in a year, but my dad and stuff like that uses them and things like that. Anyone look at our fuses are very handy, so always keep them. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of older plugs today, thank God. So all the brass adds up, and they're easier to strip. You don't take screws out fully. For me, this is micro scrapping to the best. So another older plug. I need to take that screw out. Put that off actually, because I'm not letting that go. That's the way I am. I won't let anything go. Yeah, that's not good. Now you can use, what I usually use is, I have a little power drill, and eats it so fast, take the screws and everything, but it's just late at night here now. It's about, what, 12 o'clock at night, and I don't want to wake the kids and piss off anybody, so it's quicker this way for me at the minute. This is an old plug. You see a lot of these plugs are burnt and stuff like that too, you can see. Some are rusted out too. They're outside for a while. Oh God. That one's rusty. Work at that one again. Oh, flathead steel. I think that'll be flat, that'll be steel, but anyway. So you can see the brass adding up, and it's heavy, very heavy brass. You know, it's not light brass. It's good brass, so way I've done it is, whatever screws I took out, it's better this way. Whatever screws I took out is steel, and whatever ones with the screws left still in them, so there's no messing here. You can tell what's what easy. There you go. Now, that didn't take too long. Was handy enough, wasn't it? So, 17 minutes so far. We're talking, I could easily do this in 10 minutes, 11 minutes, to be honest with you. I would. It's not that much brass, but it adds up over time. As you can see in this bag here, there's a lot of plugs. That's over for plug soup. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, because all the heavy copper off it. It's going to kill me. But I have another big, that's going to get in it tomorrow, that microwave, big microwave. I have a shitload of stuff in the back. The bins are full, the boot's full, so I'm going to empty the boot out in the morning, throw it all up on this bench I have here, and start processing as best I can, bit by bit. Just getting the bits of wire out. You can see now it's starting to fill up the brass down here at the very bottom, with the coppers on. You can't lift it. You can't physically lift it with nights after nights doing this kind of stuff and microscrap and brass with everything else in it. It's just, every year gap is full, so you can't physically lift the bucket. I have to take more out of it. Take that plug out. This all goes in here. Another brass bucket. Good few kilo in that brass bucket. So that's what I'm going to be at now, just sorting out. Do this, like, this took me, what, 15 minutes? So, you know, in between everything, I start stripping a few bits out like this, and, you know, it'll be 10-15 minutes stripping something, 20 minutes, I start stripping a few plugs. You know, it adds up fast. It's good brass. See, that's what I do to fill the hollow parts in the buckets. Start throwing a load of smalls in, and believe me, the way it adds up fast. It fills up absolutely every gap. That's the best thing about brass. Brass is great for that, filling up gaps that are going straight to the bottom to fill up. But yeah, it's a great hobby, guys. You all know it. It's great exercise. Keeps you busy. Keeps the head busy. I like taking things apart too. So, like, it's weight there. Do you know? So yeah. This is going tomorrow, hopefully, out of here. I'm saying this loads of times. I have a ton bag, actually, aluminium moved down. So that's full aluminium. That's all heavy cast aluminium. And this is off side kitchens, the sides of the countertops. That's what that is. This weighs a shitload. So I'm going to move all this down. That other bin in there now is full of motors. There's 2 of them wedged. So I'm just going to tidy up here, guys, and do something else. So like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Bye.